Kia ora guys, welcome to another flip video. Today we're looking at how to use place value partitioning to solve multiplication problems. Let's get into it. How can we use place value to help us multiply? Have a think about that. How does our place value knowledge come into play? Alright, before we can multiply using place value partitioning, we need to know how to partition or how to expand numbers. For example, 231, we would expand that into 200 plus 30 plus 1. 31 and a half, we'd expand that to 30, 1, and then 0.5, which is 1 half. For 1,345, we'd expand that into 1,340 and then 5. If you can do this, then you have the required knowledge to complete place value partitioning for multiplication. Right, let's get into it. So the multiplication problem is 7 groups of 34. So what is 7 groups of 34? Tricky question, right? First thing you need to do is draw up a grid. So you can see here, I've got a 3 by 2 grid and I have a multiplication symbol in the top left-hand square. And that tells me it's a multiplication problem. Then I've written 7 below it. To the right of the multiplication symbol, I've expanded 34 into 30 and then 4. So that's how I've laid out my multiplication problem. 7 groups of 34 is laid out like this. So what's my next step? Well, then I solve it. I go, what is 7 groups of 30? 7 groups of 30 is 210. So I write that in the empty grid. Then I go, what is 7 groups of 4? A number of 7 times tables, that's 28. So what now? What I need to do is I need to add the products I've created together. So I go 210 plus 28 is 238. So I've gone 7 times 30, 210, 7 times 4 equals 28. So 7 times 34 must be 238. Let's check out another example. For this one, I've gone 12 groups of 33 and a half. So what I've done, first thing, I've drawn up a grid or a table to put my factors in. So I've broken 12 up into 10 and 2, and I've put that down the left-hand side, and along the top to the right of the multiplication symbol, I've broken 33.5 up into 30, 3, and then 0.5, or 1 half. And I've gone 10 groups of 30 is 300, 10 groups of 3 is 30, half of 10 is 5, 2 groups of 30 is 60, 2 groups of 3 is 6, and then half of 2 is 1. So here are all of my products, and then I need to add them all together. So I've gone 300 plus 60 plus 30 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1, and that equals 402. So 12 groups of 335 equals 402. Let's check out another example. Oh, that's it, guys. Cool. So hopefully that gives you a bit of knowledge on how to use place value partitioning to solve multiplication problems. Remember, we're expanding the factors with our place value knowledge, putting those factors into a table, and then multiplying them all together. Cheers.